ti dirò la verità. Sì, io sarò come tu.
Ciao a tutti, I'm Gigio.
Salve Romanisti del mondo, Peter.
This is Roma Club Philadelphia. We're going to bring you some updated Roma news. We're going to talk a little bit about Roma Spezia. Roma won 2-0. Goals from defenders. Pete, what's your takeaway from the game?
We certainly did not impress, but I will take a 2-0 home win anytime. It was great to see Chris Smalling on the score sheet.
I love Chris.
Thank goodness Ibanez put it away with the header in the second half, because after that we absorbed a lot of pressure. Luckily there's VAR, because the linesman had missed a few calls there, and it could have it was getting nervy there at the end. But
those last 10 minutes definitely hit me. I was like, what is going on here? This is a game, you just put it away. Honestly, it's like the offense. It's like, you can imagine that we won 2-0, but not from any of our offense.
I think that's fair and unfair. Smalling's goal came redirecting a header from Tammy. You know, Tammy hit the crossbar at the end of the first half. So I think it's a little ingenuous saying the offense did nothing.
It generated that goal, right?
It did, but as long as you win, I don't care who the goals come from.
It's true.
What worried me the most was the collapse after Big Chris had to get subbed out, and we just stopped defending. I can't explain it. I mean,
it lost a form. I feel like it just started falling apart. I mean, then we get a little boost with the Felix sub, but then everything falls apart again. It was crazy. You get that quick yellow card for really doing nothing.
No, not really doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I really want to stay away from the referees, but that's at least the fifth time this year we've had a player carded off. Nothing. Tammy against Bologna, Pellegrini against Udinese before the derby. There's just been too many of them. It's frustrating because Felix would have been helpful with his energy and his pace against Atalanta, but we can't cry over a Primavera player missing the game.
I really thought he scored that goal. I didn't, in the motion of that play, I didn't see the handball there, but it could have been a nice goal.
It was a nice goal.
Yeah.
There was a handball. Whether it was a yellow card offense, I'm far from convinced.
The Curva Sud loves him, though.
Absolutely. And we do want to say that a young fan, Tommaso, had a heart attack in the Curva Sud during the first half. That is why, if any of you guys were watching, the stadium went completely silent for the rest of the game. The Curva Sud, and respect to the Spezzini, the Spezia Ultras, who also, once they learned, were quiet for the rest of the game. But reports are Tommaso is his life's no longer in danger, and he's recovering. So, Tommaso, forza, siamo tutti con te.
Forza Tommaso. So, we're over that.
I think that's all we need to talk about Spezia.
No. That's enough Spezia talk. We look at the table. We had a lot of movement going on because a lot of the top sort of teams.
It was a very favorable week
when I say top teams, I'm going in quotes top teams.
Because Juve lost points, Milan lost points, Lazio lost, Napoli lost at home, right, against Empoli.
Yeah.
So no, we absolutely needed to make up some points, but I think this is our next topic of conversation. Saturday morning.
Yeah. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. We're going out to Bergamo. Another battle in Bergamo.
It's one of our biggest rivalries. It's a team, if you're a Romanista, you absolutely can't stand. They hate Romans up there as much as we hate Bergamaschi down south. Hate's a strong word, but close. Strong distaste for each other.
People talk, Conte, Spalletti, all these coaches. I feel like a coach that really doesn't get that level of respect is Gasperini, right?
What he's done up there is,
it's incredible. If we got Gasperini, say 2 years ago, when there was like that talk about it, I would have been so ecstatic, because I feel like he is such a great manager, and he's such a player's coach, and he knows how.
Well, tactically, what I would like to know from Gasperini, how does he get everyone to run like that?
Yeah, no,
If I may,
I don't
G,
know. What's the salary? Half, a quarter of what Roma spends? Like,
probably a
Probably,
third,
right?
a quarter.
I mean,
But one thing about Gasperini is he failed miserably at Inter, so I think for him to have success,
he feels
he
safe
needs
there. Less stress.
exactly a more patient
Right.
environment with less big. Well, they're only big name players after they leave
Right.
Atalanta. I think that's his sweet spot. I am surprised he hasn't gotten a call from some team in La Liga or Premier because they play very attractive football. But we're done. We're done with Atalanta. We don't like them.
Yeah.
What do we have to do, G?
What do we have to do? We have to win. 3 points. I mean, we offense needs to score. We got Zaniolo's back. Mancini's back. I'd like to see Zaniolo really just create a little bit more. Get in there, score.
Do you expect that we're going to see him in striker role next to Tammy, or do you think he'll be back in the midfield in the intermedio spot, like Mickey and El Shaarawy had been playing?
I'm honestly not sure if Mourinho's done with the Mayoral experiment. Do you think? What do you think? Yeah, you think he's done?
I think with the Zaniolo back, I see Zaniolo up front with Tammy. It's tough. It's tough because we can't have rotated partners for Tammy. It doesn't do Tammy any good, and it doesn't do the players rotating up front. Mayoral did well in Conference League. He did poorly against Spezia. I expect to see Zaniolo, but Mourinho has surprised me literally every game. I'll note for the record, I've yet to guess the starting 11.
I would say what's interesting between their dynamic is that between Tammy and Zaniolo is that Tammy, I would say, is more giving.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Than Zaniolo, which is actually coming into it like you hear stories about him in Chelsea being a little bit more of a selfish player, this and that.
Egotistical, absolutely.
So I actually thought it would be the reverse. And you see Zaniolo going for
We
it
have
every
not
single
seen
time.
an egotistical Tammy at all.
No.
I've said this to you earlier. He plays a lot like his predecessor, Edin Dzeko, in that he creates, as they say in Italy, fa reparto da solo, in that he can be the attack all by himself and everything goes through him. Obviously, he's 12 years younger than Dzeko, but that's the type of player I've seen so far this year, and that's good for me. Hopefully, Zaniolo will be more willing to pass the ball.
Yeah.
I think he feels a lot of pressure on his shoulders still, and in my opinion, it's still a mental block. But time will tell.
What do you think back? 3, 4?
3.
You got 3.
3. It all depends. Well, I don't think I think we're going to go 3 in the back, whether Chris can play or not. That's what we've done in the last few games. But
Kumbula as well in the back, you think?
I'm terrified if Kumbula has to start this week. But, Mancini's back, like we said. I see Chris in the center, Mancini to the right, Ibanez to the left, Karsdorp and Vigna on the midfield line out wide.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't won in Bergamo since, was it 2016, 17?
We had a chance last year. We were up 3-0. 3-0. We were up.
That was painful.
Yeah.
Painful game. I watched that game by myself, so I turned it off at 3-2 because I knew the way it was going to end. But all's not lost in Bergamo. For some of our older fans, you may remember the year of the Scudetto under torrential downpour. Del Vecchio and Tommasi, we won on the road in January, and that really propelled that to the Scudetto. Scudetto's not in our cards this year, but I still feel la regola dei numeri, the law of big numbers. We are gonna end this taboo, and we're gonna beat we're gonna beat a scontro diretto.
I mean,
no one believes we can do it this Saturday. I'm saying we win 2-1 Mancini and Zaniolo.
Wow.
Sti cazzi.
I'll take a draw, but a win's good too.
And with that, can we do our Italian phrase now that we're ending it?
Oh, yeah.
Sti cazzi. Everyone knows what that means.
All right, explain it to our
Sti
audience.
cazzi. It's that. It means that. Anything else? Are we meeting up?
No meetup. If somebody does want to meet up, I'll be at Alice Pizza.
So will I now.
235 South 15th Street. 15th
There
and
is
Locust.
nothing like a slice of
9
tomato
a.m.
pie at 9 a.m.
Yeah, make a nice
Ci saremo.
cappuccino.
Forza Roma, ragazzi.
So come with us. We'll do a little, Forza Roma, and all right.
Forza Roma.
Let's do it.
Dai, ragazzi.